of 2022. The bench warrant issued because you failed to appear for sentencing on May 1st of 2023. That's been a little over 2 years ago. Why didn't you come to court? Do you recall?
I was homeless at the time and I moved states and nobody kept me up to date with my mailing coming in, so I never got the notice or anything.
Okay, so you have a new hearing date. Your sentencing is set for Monday, October 20th. That is at 1:00 p.m. with Judge Buchanan, and you do have to appear in person. You should have that notice. You've got that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. I have no other questions for your client. Then if you would address bond, please.
Thank you,
Mr.
Madam Chair.
Palmer.
Before I forget, can you just confirm, did you say the sentencing on 01064 is October 20th at 1 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Your Honor, I would ask that the court consider personal recognizance bonds for Mr. Alvarez in both files. Certainly, obviously, first of all, he enjoys a presumption of innocence at least in the newer case. Mr. Alvarez has indicated to me that he has grown up here in the Lansing area. He has lots of family here. He is currently residing with his grandmother, so he does have a stable address to work at or to live at. As he has indicated to the court, he is supposed to start a new job shortly. I would ask that the court consider a personal recognizance bond.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Alvarez, you've got two files here. The court's going to look at in the assault and battery, particularly whether you're a danger to the public or a flight risk. I understand this. The allegations here don't recall any serious injuries, anything like that. It's probably a person you didn't even know. But nevertheless, it's not up to me to decide what happened. It's up to the prosecution to meet that burden. If they can't, then it gets dismissed, obviously. So, Mr. Alvarez, the court's going to look at that, your ties to community, your employment status, things like that. Your criminal history shows the one traffic offense from 2023, which you haven't been here for the last 2 years. I would imagine that you did remember it at one point because you said you were homeless and didn't get the notice, but you knew then that you still had that pending. It's now 2 years later. You did, as I look at the record here, you did fail to appear for a pretrial in February of 2023. You got another pretrial after that. The judge referred you to probation so that you could be sentenced. And the sentencing date was in May of 2023, and you still did not appear. So I can't imagine that you didn't know at some point that you had to appear on this. So with that being said, I do see also, Mr. Palmer, that your office had withdrew from that. Or did you fill out a new application today?
I did, Your Honor, and I am aware that our office withdrew, yes.
Okay, okay. All right, so I'm not going to grant you a PR bond. I don't find that that's appropriate, sir. I am going to set a lower 10% bond. It is a $3,000, 10%, and there are conditions of your release. No alcohol, no controlled substances. That includes possession, purchase, and or consumption. You are not to leave the state of Michigan without permission from the court, and you are not to miss any court appearances, and certainly you are not to leave the state, and you have to make all of your court appearances. That appearance date is October 20th, so that's out quite a distance. And I can't explain that, Mr. Palmer, but I understand from what I can see here, they still need to do a substance abuse assessment and a PSI, which is a pre-sentence interview. So what's going to happen is you're going to remain in custody for that PSI, the assessment, and then once that is done, then you can bond out. Or perhaps I can have the judge review the bond once she gets confirmation that that is done. And she might let you out at a lower bond, or I don't know. That's up to Judge Buchanan. Okay, on the assault and battery. Mr. Palmer, I can set a very low 10% if you want to address any issues of, getting time served.
Yes, Your Honor, I would ask that the
situation.
court set a low 10% so that Mr. Alvarez can be earning credit while he's waiting while he's waiting for the other matter to be resolved. I guess the other thing too is that because they're both Judge Buchanan, even though they're different, one's a city case and one's a state of Michigan case, sounds like on the new assaultive case, he's going to have his bond is going to come up on his court date is going to be September 22nd. The sentencing in the other file isn't until roughly a month later. I suppose that setting a low 10% bond, and I'm just trying to make a record here, but I suppose that setting a low 10% bond in this case would be appropriate, given that he's going to be in custody anyway, and then bond can be readdressed at that September 22nd hearing.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. So it is a $200 10% bond. So actually that is $20, but the conditions of that are as follows, sir. Don't miss any court dates on this. Don't leave the state of Michigan without permission from the court. No contact or assaultive behavior towards Monica Roberts. My understanding is she may very well be an employee of the Burger King on South Cedar. I'm going to tell you, don't go there. Don't go there, because if she's working there, it's a violation of your bond. So no contact means no calling, writing, paging, emailing, texting, no electronic communications of any kind. Can't have anybody else contact her on your behalf. No threatening, harassing, or molesting behavior towards her or anyone else. And like I said, you can't go within 2,000 feet of where she lives, works, or goes to school. You understand those conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and no firearms, ammunition, or dangerous weapons. All right, anything else then, Mr. Palmer, for the record?
I have nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, then you are all set. Thank you, sir. All right.
Thank you.
Yep. Do you have any 3 o'clocks? Okay. All right. Deshaun Johnson, please.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Are you Deshaun Alex Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I have one question.
Right in your appearance.
Oh,
Your appearance, Mr. Palmer.
Thank you, Your Honor. Robert Palmer of the Public Defender's Office on behalf of Mr. Johnson for the purposes of arraignment today. He is making an application for court-appointed counsel, and I'd ask that a not guilty plea be entered on his behalf.
Okay, thank you. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 cases here. First file is 24-00707SM. Mr. Johnson, this is a motion, affidavit, and bench warrant on an assault and battery charge from an offense date of February 16th of 2024. The bench warrant issued because you failed to appear for sentencing hearing on December 20th of 2024 in front of Judge Kristen Simmons. Do you recall why you weren't in court that day, sir?
So my daughter, she had caught, NS, RSV, which is like a very lethal sickness that a baby can get, which can cause death. And at the time, I was the only parent willing to step up to the table and take care of my daughter and step in, because me and my baby mama wasn't seeing eye to eye. Did I know that that was going to affect my court decision on me not going to court and cause a warrant? Yes, but at the time, the baby mama wasn't answering the phone, so that just left me to play the father role. I finally got my daughter to be moved down here with me from Detroit because I know
Okay.
I can't.
Okay, yep, that's sufficient. All right, so what's gonna happen is you have a new hearing date. Your sentencing now is set for Monday, October 20th at 9:00 a.m. with Judge Kristen Simmons. So you should have that notice. You've got that?
Yes, ma'am.